All right. Excellent. Well, hello, you pop culture enthusiasts amongst you. You are listening once again to the Top 5 podcast, where we discuss all things pop culture, but in particular, the things that we're very opinionated about. And if you don't like it, that's whatever. Okay, I'm your host, Kris McPeak, and I am joined, as always, by Annie Pruitt. Hello, Annie Pruitt.
Hello.
What is the word?
We are doing this series of top fives about songs from A to Z.
Yeah.
So we're skipping one letter and we're going to do songs about friendship.
Friendship. I love it. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be good friendships. They could be shitty ones too.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds fun. I have a good list. I'm excited.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to remind myself about that song. Okay. Who's going first? I bet I can guess.
You know what? I will go first this time.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Annie is going first. Say it ain't so.
It is.
Yay.
I'm going to go with one of the most obvious. It's a song about friends/friendship.
Okay.
And that would be the good old country Garth Brooks Friends in Low Places.
Oh man, I was hoping I'd never have to hear that song again.
I do love that song. It's better to have the extended version of it. I'll say that. And I can't say a lot that it's such a well-known song. But everybody can identify with it because we've all been in that place of where he's talking about, and he's singing. I guess it could be a pretty good breakup song too, in a way. But he's just singing because that's the kind of guy I am, and I got friends, and that's there's not a lot to say about it other than it's a kick-ass song, and I love Garth Brooks. I don't have a lot of country usually on my list, so this was a breakout for me.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like this song. It's just that when it comes to it, gives me PTSD of karaoke, because Friends in Low Places is always a commandment of karaoke, as in thou shalt not sing.
Yes.
When it comes on the radio or it pops up, like in the grocery store, of course, I'm going to sing along because, like, how can you not, right?
You kind of have to.
You kind of have to. It's a thing. All right. Good call.
Yes.
My number 5 is another classic by Joan Jett. This is off album number 3, and it's called Fake Friends. So this one's not a happy song, but it's fun to sing. And we all have those people. Like, they start out as our good friends, or they act like they're our friends, and then they do shitty things and fuck us over, and then they are not friends anymore. They become fake friends.
Yeah.
They somehow think that they might still be your friend, but in your gut and in your heart, there's no way you're going to continue to be friends with this person. Like, ew. So, yeah. And I love me some Joan Jett. You all know that.
Yeah. Didn't she tell us the story about writing that song when we saw her in concert?
I think she did.
Something about how when they started to get successful, and then when they weren't so successful, you figured out who your friends are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's just funny because, I know that album came out before the I Hate Myself for Loving You, which charted really well. So,
yeah.
Oh.
Well, all those rock and rollers have their ups and downs, right?
They do indeed.
They do
indeed. For all we know, she wrote that song back after she was with the Runaways, or, the other thing.
Yeah. Very. Okay, my number 4 is a song that I first heard at the coffee house where your band sang back in college. What band that sang it? And the song is called Circle by Edie, Brickell and the New Bohemians. And the first lyric goes out, "Me, I'm a part of your circle of friends, and we noticed you don't come around." So
nice.
And so all of these songs are currently on my playlist. So they literally are my favorites. Yeah, she's got a great voice.
She does.
Really low. It's got a really great acoustic sound to it. She has such a sweet voice. Yeah, and it's a sweet but sad song about, about a friend who they never see anymore, basically.
I have to remind myself that Edie Brickell is not Tori Amos, and then I have to think about the song, and then I remember that it's What I Am, but I'm not as familiar with her other stuff. So this will be good to... Is this from the first record, her first album?
I think so.
Cool. By Edie Brickell.
I just do a search for songs on Amazon Music, so.
Okay. That reminds me that I would probably won't be able to put the Friends in Low Places on the playlist because Garth doesn't have any music on Apple unless I can find like a live recording. I will try to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all good. Good for Garth. He's got an exclusive deal. It's happy day. That's number 4 to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going with the eternally cheesy, super classic, everybody hates outwardly, but in at home when they're by themselves, they sing out loud and they scream, and that's Hold On by Wilson Phillips, which, is like the Bridesmaids theme song. And that's a very funny movie, but this was the beginning of Wilson Phillips, the super group, if they're not really a band, that featured, the children of hippies, rockers from the 60s, but they are very talented women, both in the songwriting and the singing, all really strong voices and whatnot. And I do love to play some Wilson Phillips every now and then. And of course, that's another one when that comes on in the grocery store or at your local TJ Maxx, whatever, you're going to sing along and you don't care who's looking at you when you're singing it. So it's a fun one.
I also love that song for another reason. In the movie, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, they're driving down the road and that song comes on, and they're just kind of driving, and then, they both kind of start humming, and then they just start straight rocking out. And it's one of my favorite movie scenes having to do with driving and singing. So, yeah.
I love it. I need to see that movie again because it has been a while.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of them now, right?
I only saw the first one.
So Kumar movies. Yeah, and then look at what those 2 turned out to do. Like, right? Cal Penn, seriously, got some serious acting chops on him. And John Cho, was the next Mr. Sulu.
He sure was, and he's a doll.
He is. He is a very handsome man.
Let me fix this.
Okay, wait. So, I just did Hold On, number 4. So it's number 3 to you.
Number 3 to me. It wouldn't be a playlist of mine if there weren't some Elvis or Beatles. So I'm going to go with the classic from the Beatles, and that's With a Little Help from My Friends.
I love it.
And it is one of the few songs that Ringo does sing, and he does it justice. He does a good job with it. But I also really love the version in the movie Across the Universe. That's towards the beginning of it. So what a great movie. But With a Little Help from My Friends, yeah. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out of me? It's, just the lyrics are spot on. The Beatles, they can do no wrong when it comes to songwriting. So that's a favorite. It's a fan favorite. It always will be. There you go.
I do love that song. And Joe Cocker covered something else. Or he did cover this. But this is not the Joe Cocker Beatle cover that people associate with him. Maybe not. I don't remember. I do like me some Beatles.
Yes.
Okay. My number 3 is a song I never would have discovered had I not watched the Lady Gaga 5'2" documentary on Netflix. And it's called Hey Girl, that she sings with, I think it's Florence something. What is Florence Welch? And the Joanne album of hers, I don't remember it yielding very many hits, but I know that it was a very personal album for her. So it's one of those, I really want to get to know this album more. So the process of watching them record the song together and her, doing the writing and stuff, but it's very personal and it's about girlfriends.
Yeah.
We can make it easy if we lift each other. Hey girl, hey girl. We don't need to keep on one and up another. I love that lyric. That is just so fantastic. So Lady Gaga's Joanne is an album I really need to explore. And I just thought this was a perfect song about friendship, specifically about girlfriends.
I need to hear that. I've never heard that one before. So awesome. Okay. So that's number 2 to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is hard. Okay. My number 2. My number 2. Okay. I'm going back and forth on this one. Okay. My number 2 is from one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. And it's not the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
At the Toy Story Friends song. It's Friend Like Me from Aladdin, that Robin Williams.
Nice.
Robin Williams. You ain't never had a friend like me. That is the best part of the movie. It's the, like, Aladdin, like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin just skyrocketed Disney back into prime time.
Mm-hmm.
The animation was so incredible. But that Robin Williams just made that movie one of my all-time favorite animated movies. But that scene and that song on my playlist, love listening to it. It's just fun and bouncy and crazy, and he's just he is so incredible, and he is thoroughly missed in the world.
It's true.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, that sort of early to mid 90s Disney animated films was sort of like the beginning of the whole like pop star wins Oscars for composing songs for Disney movies and sometimes other things too. Like you saw Bob Dylan win an Oscar for Wonder Boys. Phil Collins won for Disney. Elton John has won for Disney. I loved seeing that, because you had singer-songwriters that would, just behind the scenes writing these songs for movies. But then you had actual pop stars, country stars that were composing things specific. And the whole soundtrack is filled with their songs. And I always thought that was a cool thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very much. Okay. My number 2, strangely enough, is a contemporary Christian song that I remember hearing. I don't know if I heard it's my former high school boyfriend played in the car, or I don't remember, but once I was familiar with it, it was one of those songs that when I ever heard it again, I would just cry like a baby. And that's the song Friends by Michael W. Smith. And he and Amy Grant, were kind of chummy singer-songwriters in the early days of, contemporary Christian music, kind of, finding its place and not being so structured and hymn-like, right? Like a song you would actually want to sing along to. But I remember seeing Amy Grant in concert with Camille Skoog, and she sang Friends, which is not a song she recorded, but she either co-wrote it with Michael W. Smith, or I don't recall, but she performed it. And we both just started bawling. We could not believe, like, this encompassed everything we thought about our friendship, and it's just beautiful. So it's a really lovely song.
That is great. Oh, I totally forgot about that song.
I think because it's not really pop. It's contemporary Christian, but it is, it's a happy song.
It is a happy song.
Makes me happy for all my really, really good.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to this playlist all the way through.
Gonna be fun.
I gotta add that one to mine because that one belongs. Okay, that's honorable mention to me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a 1-2 punch. 2 Friends songs by one band.
Okay,
would be one of my favorite rock bands, Bon Jovi. 2 songs being, one is Never Say Goodbye, which I swear every high school wanted to make it their class song, but because they talk about losing their virginity in the back seat. And the other one is actually so that one being from Slippery When Wet, the other one being on the New Jersey, Blood on Blood. I love Blood on Blood. But both of their songs are about, they were friends that put a band together, and they wrote their songs for each other. One, friends from high school, don't ever say goodbye to me, you're my best friend, blah, blah, blah. And then Blood on Blood, I'll go through hell with you, brother, kind of song. So yeah, those 2 are on my playlist. I listen to Blood on Blood more, I'm going to be honest. But I do love my Bon Jovi, and they are, friends to this day. So that matters.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, they are a great band.
Yeah.
It's so funny to think. It's a total sidebar, and I apologize, but not really. I was watching an episode of Ben After Dark, and he had Adam Carolla on there, and they were this totally not even political thing, but they were doing a name that tune game. But the tunes were 80 songs that were being played as if they were childhood lullabies. It was the most hilarious thing ever. And Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer was one of the songs that they did. And it was really hilarious.
I love that song.
It was pretty fun.
I wish John Bon Jovi didn't have that problem with his voice. I know he's had like surgery, and I hope better, because I still would love to see that. I've never seen them live.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
That man was so fine in the day.
He's still a very good looking man. He and Rob Lowe, like those two men have aged really, really well.
Very true. That is very true. Rob Lowe has a podcast. He recently had Ralph Macchio on it talking about The Outsiders, and I've got to add that to my YouTube podcast playlist because I'm going to love to see. Okay. Honorable mention to me is, I guess, a song I don't really like this group per se, but this song is fun and it makes me smile. And I want to do a parody of this video for my scholarship event one of these days, because I think the video would be so fun to shoot. But the song is Wannabe by the Spice Girls. So if you want to date me, buddy, you're going to have to get with my friends. And here's my girl. What?
I was singing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I wanna. Yeah. It cracks me up. It looks as though it's shot in one take, and they're going from like the car out in the streets, and they're coming into a theater, and they're kind of backstage, and then they start dancing, then they're in a party. And I thought that would be so cool to shoot that like in Sex and Auditorium, pretending that all of my foundation coworkers and I are getting ready to put on our ceremony. I've not written lyrics yet, so that's going to be a tricky one.
That would be tricky. That is such a fun, catchy, but it is just so very 90s and fun. I do love it. And I'm sorry, I never followed them. I never followed the Spice World or any of that, but I always thought they were talented. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one to me.
Number one to you, girlfriend.
Okay. My number one is from one of my favorite bands, the band being 21 Pilots, of course.
Of course.
And it's from the Trench album, and the name of the song is called My Blood. And it basically is saying, I will follow you, I will go to war with you, kind of thing. And basically it starts out, when everyone you thought you knew desert your fight, I'll go with you. So it basically says, anything you're up against, I'm there with you. I'll go with you. My blood. It's such a really, really great song. And there's a part where he sings really high. And when we saw them live in concert, he's like, yeah, I'm going to need some help with this one. So I sing the high part and I'll sing the low part. But no, it was fun. And then the final verse, if you find yourself in a lion's den, I'll jump right in and pull my pin. I love it. It's so good. My Blood, 21 Pilots. You got to check it out.
I love it. Okay. Well, I was thinking I was going to add, I'm not seeing the others. I was going to do a 1-2 punch, but it looks like it's just going to be a one punch because I cannot find the other song. But I am going with the Jack Black, Kyle Gass, Tenacious D classic called Friendship, which is like probably not a very long song at all, but like everything done by Tenacious D, it's funny, it's silly, it's really like, what's the word I'm looking for? Vulgar. And those two singing and the guitar and all of the things, it's, they're grossly talented in all the different ways. And it's hard to, how can you not like Tenacious D? I mean, come on.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that album. I love their music videos. They're just fun.
Yeah, they're totally fun. And I love that they've been like covering classic songs. Like they did this fantastic cover of 3 Who songs from Tommy that was fantastic. They've covered Wicked Game, The Time Warp. Let's see what else is on here. Oh, it's called the Who medley, the Tommy songs. But anyway, yeah, they're fun. They're super fun.
Very cool.
Oh, good Lord. Like that was it. That was all 10, 11, 12 songs.
Yes.
That was fast.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Well,
So I go first for the recap, right?
yeah.
All right. My honorable mention is Wannabe by the Spice Girls. And then I've got Fake Friends, Joan Jett. Hold On, Wilson Phillips. Hey Girl, Lady Gaga. Friends, Michael W. Smith. And Friendship by The D.
Okay. This is what an epic list. I think this is fantastic.
Super fun.
Benson, the 1-2 punch from Bon Jovi, Never Say Goodbye and Blood on Blood. And then 5-1, Friends in Low Places, Circle by Edie Brickell, With a Little Help from My Friends, Friend Like Me from Aladdin, and number 1, My Blood, 21 Pilots. T.O.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Well, that is the letter F, and F is for friendship, not for other F things. So that we have knocked another letter off the alphabet. And yeah, so that is going to conclude this particular episode. You can find our show on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And we would just love it wherever you check it out to hit bells and subscribe and download and share and all of the things because, it helps other people, get our show, which we're really proud of because it's super fun. And if you don't like it, then you're a moron. That's all I got to say. Because we are not objective here at all. It is a purely subjective show. And that is just the way it is. So for Andy Pruitt, I'm Kris McPeak, and we will catch up with you next time on the Top 5 Podcast.
Awesomeness.
Adios.